What's up YouTube, this is ProtoDemn and I'm back with another Pokemon Online video. And this time I'm bringing you my Tox Team in Wi-Fi OU. So since I knew he had Whimsicott as his lead, that's why I switched up into Skarmory first instead of Roserade. Anyways, so he goes for the Stun Spore and I end up Parahax that first turn, which sucks pretty bad, but whatever. He goes into Politoed and look at that beautiful background turns blue. So because of drizzle now it's raining and I end up paralyzed again, I believe. Anyways, right there I go for a Toxic on his switch and he goes for a Waterfall, which does about half in the rain, which isn't too bad, but yeah. He goes for a Spikes and well, I go for a Spikes after his Waterfall. Now he goes for a Dragon Man, and even though he's Toxic, and I go for the Roost, so I'm at full health again. Right here he goes for another Waterfall, which does a really nice chunk, takes up 2/3 of my HP right there, but I get my second layer of spikes up. So right here I thought that maybe if I switch up into Haxorus it might survive because of its resistance, and look at this, I get a critical hit, so it went down. But on the right side, the Gyarados also died because of Toxic and Life Orb. He goes into Galvantula, takes spike damage. This is when I finally decide, let's go into my Roserade. He goes for a Bug Buzz, which does a pretty nice chunk of damage, and I get him with Sleep Powder. He switches out into his Politoed, I go for the Toxic Spikes here, so I got the first layer up, and I get my second layer up right afterwards. And as you guys can see, you can actually see all the spikes and Toxic Spikes. Pretty cool. Anyways, he takes out my Roserade with an Ice Beam, and right now he's winning 5-4, and right there, U-turn from Scizor, I believe Choice Banded Scizor, as usual, ends up tying it up 4-up. So I go on to my Skarmory, because Skarmory isn't really doing much. This guy goes for the Hurricane, and Skarmory goes down. So right now, I lost half my team. Right, what's Scizor right here? I go for the Bullet Punch, and right here, he goes for the Hurricane. Deals a nice chunk, and it unfortunately confuses me. And he's healing because of leftovers. Anyway, I'm confused right here, and I still manage to hit him with a Bullet Punch, and he hits me with a Thunder. So when I realized that, when I saw Thunder, I knew that it was a special variant Dragonite instead of a physical one, so I knew it was safe to go into my Eviolite Chansey. I go for the Captivate to have his special attack, and he's pretty much doing nothing now. He goes for the Thunder, and it did nothing at all. And I'm hitting with Static Toss now. One more almost would have killed him if it weren't for that leftover. And I don't know why he's still going for Thunder. And actually, yeah, right there, that Seismic Toss ends up taking him down. And he does that Jinx. Spike damage, Toxic, you know, basic stuff from Entry Hazard. And he sets up the Nasty Plot, which, well, I don't know how useful that is though. I mean, I'm a Chansey, you know. He does have a Dry Skin, which I found interesting. And he goes for another Nasty Plot, even though he's Toxic from the spikes. I go for the Seismic Toss, and I get Wish Heal from the last turn. So now he goes for the Ice Beam. With Stab, it does nothing. Unfortunately, I do end up getting Freeze Hack, but it's not that big a deal. He does have Dry Skin, it's really not doing anything. And he goes for another Nasty Plot right there, so he has that +6 right now. And I'm frozen, I can't do anything. He goes for the Ice Beam, still doesn't kill me off. I end up throwing out right there, and I go for the Wish, and well, Dry Skin heals him, but he's hurt by poison, and unfortunately he does survive by a little bit, and that Ice Beam is enough to take out my Chansey. So I'm down to my last Pokemon right here, and he's down to his last two. So he sends out that Whimsicott, and I send out my last Pokemon is my Gengar, the main Pokemon in this battle. He goes for a Stun Spore, pretty nice in his part, in my opinion. I end up going for the Vent Shock, which does times 4 damage. Double on grass, and double again because he is poisoned. He sends out his last Pokemon, which is Galvantula. I go for the Shadow Ball since it was sleeping, and right there I end up taking it down, and I win the game with my one paralyzed Gengar left. So it was a good game, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.